What changes to somebody's appetite can occur when somebody has dementia?
Well, occasionally people with dementia develop a lack of appetite, lose weight, or more rarely eat far too much. It may change a person's eating habits, including changes to food preference, taste, smell, or hunger. They may find using a knife and fork difficult and be unable to recognise food. They may also be unable to tell us about problems with sore gums and teeth, and may find chewing and swallowing difficult due to changes in the brain. Also, poor appetite may be a feature of depression.
It is easy to think the sufferer is just being difficult if their appetite changes. However, it is worth considering these issues and trying to get around them. Be flexible, try different foods in different quantities and presented in different ways. Keeping calories sufficient may be more important than healthy eating if somebody is losing a considerable amount of weight. If using a knife and fork are problems, try finger foods rather than reducing their independence by feeding them. If needs be, ask your dentist to check their mouth and doctor to assess them for depression.
Advice about swallowing and chewing difficulties is best given by a speech and language therapist, and food supplements by a dietitian. Both can be organised by your GP. Use the stress-reducing techniques to ensure the sufferer and yourself are as calm as possible at meal times.
But he will not eat vegetables, and whether they're cooked or in salad, they all go to the side. We used to normally eat them, but they push to the side. So I just deal with that. I make lots of soup with masses of vegetables and things in it, so he gets it that way. Cream of soup, because you don't really like the bits and pieces, do you? No. So I have to cream it.
So I'm constantly trying to persuade her to eat a little bit more. As I said before, we go out to lunch about 6 days a week now. So at least I want her to have one decent meal a day. But even then she'll eat about half of it. And then she eats very slowly as well. And I think that part of the problem is that she gets a bit fed up halfway through the meal. And it's not that she's not hungry anymore, it's that the food's gone cold and she just gets fed up of eating anymore. So consequently, 2 hours later, she's complaining of feeling hungry again. So she wants a few sweets or a biscuit or whatever. And this is the problem now. She's always hungry and always saying that she's hungry, but yet when she gets a decent meal, she doesn't eat it properly.
Tony will only eat in the evening. He will not eat through the day at all. He doesn't eat a thing. And he eats, then he doesn't stop eating. He's got quite a routine of eating as well. Same things day in. And he goes on for a few weeks and has to stick to the same food, and then it changes. And then and it goes on all through the night eating. So, it's very difficult, and he has to eat the same food every day.
Well, sometimes people with dementia will overeat, and this may be due to forgetting that they have already eaten, or a failure to recognise when they have had enough to eat. This is often a temporary phase, but if it continues, the carer may need to try and satisfy their needs with healthy snacks. Put foods out of sight and reach, and use distraction and activities to divert their attention elsewhere.
Try to be as flexible in your approach as possible, trying different foods, tastes and presentations. Use the stress-reducing techniques, as reducing the sufferer's stress may help. Always seek advice if food and fluid intake remains poor.